Hello everybody. That is not how I start a video. Oh shit, how do I Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. There we go. It's a tone of voice that I need to get right, otherwise it sounds really weird. Hello everybody, it's How's the Weather starts videos. Moving on. I dropped my just look on here later. Anyways, today we are making cake. This is a bag full of cake materials. I basically am making a big ass cake today. I have a 9-inch cake pan, very excited about it. This is self-raising flour and it's chocolate themed. Sugar, lol. Mum's always like, sugar is poison, so I'm like, eh. This is also a chocolate finger themed cake, basically. I'm making my older brother a birthday cake. He turns 22 today. You will see this when he's been 22 for a few days, but I'm sure he will still appreciate any belated birthday well wishes in the comments, so if you want to do it, I'll totally cool. It's like candles. My friend Annabelle does amazing cakes. I've talked about it before in my vlog, but go check out her and her mum's company. It's on Instagram. You can go have a look. They make amazing cakes. They actually did my brother's 21st birthday cake. So you can go look on there for a 21st birthday cake and it's rowing themed. That was my brother's. It went down so well. My brother had like all of his rowing team there for his birthday. When we came downstairs the next morning, there was none of the cake left. Completely devoured to the point where they had started chipping the icing off the cake board. So, if anyone like in the Yorkshire area needs a cake, go to them. Also, just Annabella's like cake queen and I adore her, so, right. Words. The reason I can do this is we got an oven. This is our functional oven. Thanks, Dad, for breaking the last one. But do you see what is happening in here? Yeah, this comes out. It's not supposed to do that, but the oven didn't quite fit. And my mum even said later, yeah, I knew the oven didn't quite fit. I'm like, Mum, you can't order a fucking oven you know doesn't fit, but she did anyway. But we need to redo this kitchen because it's so effing cheap. Friend Lauren pointed out the other day, the reason this kitchen doesn't seem cheap is because there's a really nice countertop on it. So Mum, that's why you think you don't need to redo the kitchen, because of a nice countertop. But trust me, rest of the kitchen, piece of crap. Moving on. Me? Negative? I have no idea what you're talking about. Basically, at my family, never opened that without my supervision. So this is my 9-inch cake pan, and I kept making jokes and aiming them just at Ophelia when I was making them, so I'm having a really good time. Right, we need items. Because there was like no space up here, I fashioned myself a little cake area. Woo! I need you. I need you. I basically bought backups because this is going to be a big ass, like, the amount of mixture I have. You. This is icing stuff, so I might pipe the icing, I might not. There we go. I'm going to have to just do 2 batches because obviously I don't have enough cake pans. And also my mixer bowl would not be big enough. Do I need the mixer? I don't know if I need the... I'm not going to use the mixer because that's like more shit to... Right, this is why I need to redo this kitchen. What fucking prep space? There's no prep space. This is so frustrating. I need... Oh, there we go. Oh shit, where's the sieve? If you have never joined me for a cooking video or cooking segment or whatever, they get very hella rambly, hella long. Only kind of pointless, I must say, only kind of. First thing I need to do is weigh 5 eggs. The basic makeup of this is you weigh the eggs, and then of the weight of the eggs, you basically do the flour, the butter, and the sugar. Sugar a little bit less of that amount. It's like a basic Victoria sponge. That's how we're going to do this. I will link all of the other baking videos I have below. How do you got this? Weighing 5 eggs. Weighing 5 eggs. I'm trying to do this from memory, can you tell? I mean, I made a cake literally 3 days ago. I was making a cake the other day, right? It was all beautiful in the thingy, all beautiful in the oven, you know? It was gold, it was beautifully golden crispy. It was in for the amount of time that the recipe said, you know, it was perfect. I went to take it out, it fucking wobbled. My cake wobbled. I was like, what the fuck? So basically what happened is, it looked like it was perfectly ready from the outside, but it was it was raw on the inside. And the reason for that, if that ever happens, is because your oven is too hot, and obviously I've only ever baked with an Aga. So it was like such a freaking shock. Yeah, 315. Last time I did this, it was like 325. So like, yeah, an egg is about 260 grams-ish. So 6, 12, 18, 24, yeah. So that's 60 something, like 65 grams. Right. These Eggos wouldn't happen later. 315, everyone remember 315. Now add the butter and you wanna like, you know, melt it, so just chop it off a bit. And my hands are clean, I did wash them before, just to specify. I do always find that necessary to specify. That's only half of what I have to add, great. Whoa, almost died. Whoa. Also, this is not a how-to video, this is more of a I'm gonna do this if you wanna like cook with me or like basically have this open in another tab as a podcast, which I think most people do. Hi guys. I've got one of these Pyrex thingies. There she goes. 40 seconds in the microwave is usually sufficient, so I'll put this away for now. Okay, because I know I'm about to add the other few grams and I know that's correct. I'm gonna now add sugar, 315. I'll just do 290, let's say. Let's get the rest of the butter. Woo, there it goes. Okay, that's correct. When you're baking, just always have a pot. I can already hear Georgia laughing. A pot liquor spatula. In Dutch, the direct translation is pottenlekker, which is literally pot liquor. And I think that is fantastic word usage. I think spatula is an absolute wank word, like it's shite. So that's my opinion on that. I know you guys like this is like a catch-up sort of a session, so now you gotta mix it until it's like kind of pale. So mix. A whisk works really well. I just cannot be bothered to get it out right now. So we are whisking this-ish. I mean, I might go through with that to like chop up the butter, but right now let's just stick with this. Woo! See, kind of till it looks like this. I guess I know the colour won't come out very well, but like it's not that lumpy. It's pretty much as like good as you can get out of something so coarse to something so like fatty. So yeah, that's kind of like what you're going for. So now I'm gonna add the eggs. Watch me do this and not swear a house down. That is not a phrase, but I've just, you know. 1, 2. I baked so much stuff. Like I used to all the time when I was like 15 at home and I was really, really effing bored. That was not done very well. I was literally about to tell you, like, don't worry about cracking shell into it because these things usually with practice go away. It is a good thing my hands are clean. Whoops, my bad. In terms of knowing what things should look like and how they should taste, you get that with experience. Like that's, I think the whole MO of my like cooking thing is like, don't worry, you'll get better at it. Which you will, because that is how acquiring a skill works. You have experience, you get better at it. Ta-da! Can you recycle eggshells? No, you put them in the compost. I had this discussion with Adam the other day, like, can you recycle eggshells? No, you can't. That's gonna sound really weird to anybody who's never had a compost heap. And brownies are still my speciality. I think that's the one thing that I definitely do the best and what I've always had the most positive feedback from is when I do brownies. Like, I do them so good, you don't even need to be high to appreciate them. Whoops. Woo. And now, mix. Personal favourite, stabbing there. Also, if you bake a lot and you think I'm doing it wrong, please keep your opinions to yourself. Unless you're Annabelle, you may text me with a list of things I did wrong, because, yeah, that's allowed. Right, okay, you know what, I really should use this for this. Hack. I feel like I'm not being as chatty as I usually am. I'm going to do the flour now, so this should be fun. I need 315 grams. I'm gonna sift it in. I feel like I'm not being as chatty as I usually am, which is weird because we all know I don't shut up, but it's just like, I don't know, I've just got so much on at the moment. Like, for those of you who don't know, I got a job recently, I work in retail now. I'm currently doing my midterm. That was basically what I was doing today because I have a day off, which is really, really good. Except I need to stop, I think at the moment, I'm like trying to treat days off from work as days off in general. I'm like, no, Emma, you have a degree to do. I don't know if you noticed. But I've been already like telling my boss, like, just go easy on me in January. So yeah, I'm writing my midterm at the moment. It's really, really fun. Basically, it's about castrati. I don't know if you guys know what they are. They're basically opera singers who, during the like 17th, I think the 17th and 18th century mainly, they were castrated before they hit puberty. And then, yeah, they never actually went through puberty. So their voices stayed really high, which is really interesting, especially as well, because one thing I didn't know is their limbs kept growing, which meant that their rib cages kept growing, which meant they had ridiculous, like, absolutely ridiculous lungs. Like, that's, well, it's so, I didn't realise that as well. I just thought they just kept their voice box had just changed. So that's really cool. So basically it's a satirical epistle, like it's in verse, written from this lover to her castrato. Almost there. And basically it's satirical, so it's like mocking, but I'm looking at it from an angle of like performance, and so like what things make it performative. I think it's really fun because it's basically, oh no, that was a really badly judged idea. Why am I, you couldn't see that, but I tried to put flour back into it. Flour goes everywhere. No matter what the fuck you do, there's literally nothing you can do about it. It just fucking goes everywhere. And basically, the thing I found really, really enjoyable was that it's basically an entire sort of satirical epistle full of dick jokes. Like, there are so many dick jokes in this thing, you would not even believe it. And basically she spends like most of her time, she spends this entire stanza, because they're only meant to be like, it's meant to be close reading. I literally emailed my professor about conventions. I emailed her being like, hi, really specific question, because I keep italicizing words, and 18th century grammar, spellings and stuff, it's the original version, but they use italics in a different way, like they're a lot more liberal with it. So they're also using the italics for to show emphasis, and then obviously if you're showing emphasis you want the reader to react, the reader or audience to react in a certain way, meaning that if you emphasize it you want the word to be stressed. And then obviously if I'm looking at it from like a performative kind of aspect, you have to stress the word, you have to hear it in order for it to work. So it's like, so I emailed her being like, I know you said close reading, but I hope this isn't overkill. And she was like, that's such an interesting question. So yeah, that's where I was going with that. But it's basically full of dick jokes. This like supposed lover who's writing to him basically like man. See, I was struggling with the word. I want to say dehumanizes, but that's not the word. It's like she strips away his manhood, long no pun intended, by saying like, you're other men, like real men, they're not like you, they're not attentive lovers, but it's like, oh god, one thing she says is, I might even have to go get it for you because it's so funny. She basically is like, no gusto, no delight. It's like a dose of marriage opium and good night. It's really, she's like, about it. But interestingly, that's like the stanza, that's like the couplet, because it's written in heroic couplets. Also, for those of you who didn't know, fun fact, okay, now we've got Emma rambling because she's talking about something she really enjoys. Basically, iambic pentameter is the natural rhythm at which English is spoken. So that's why you see that it's really common, but it's a really good like tidbit to like stick into your essay, especially if you're talking about performance like I am for this one. It's the idea that like that is the rhythm that we talk at. As an example, like that is naturally how English speaks. That's why like if you look at Dante's Commedia, was it not Commedia, like Divine, if you look at Dante's Divine Comedy, it's written in, the meter is, basically the translation is really weird because obviously translating poetry is hard with language and meter, but in Italian the meter is please somebody, it's like something tetrameter, I think, I'll put it here. The same way with Greek, all of the epics are written in, what is it, penta, hexagon, what is it? Fucking hell. I know this! It's on the screen. Basically, every language has a preferred rhyming, like pattern, not rhyming pattern, rhythm. And so pentameter, not pentameter, like iambic, whatever. Basically, every language has a preferred one. Look up the one yours is. For English, it's iambic pentameter. I'm fucking up this bacon because I'm talking to you now. It's iambic pentameter, so that's something really interesting to look into if you guys do like linguistics or literature or any kind of performing arts, maybe. that involves, that tastes like flour. Yeah, so a lot of dick jokes and her complaining about how normal men are not very good lovers, but you, of course, because you're not a real man, are a good lover. So I just thought that was a really interesting kind of like thing to look at, and it was the first time actually, because she gave us a list of things we could look at it in regards to. I think it was like modernity, progression, noise, sound. It's a really cool module, by the way. But I was like, hi, can I do this instead? And that's the first time I've ever asked, can I like to change a title? I've never done that before. So I'm really enjoying this whole like performance aspect of it, because it's satire and it's so much funnier when you read it out loud. When you read it in your head, you're like, this isn't, because when you read it out loud, you're forced to pay more attention to the way that it is written, the things it uses to make itself funny, like the whole like delight night, the association of the couplers, like it's so funny, and like that's my main thing, is like it's, you have to perform it. And this also, in the context of it, because you're mocking, because it's satire, you're mocking someone, it's much funnier to read it to like a bunch of friends, like ha 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 lol, here's a lot of dick jokes. Because earlier in the poem there's a lot of like rising and waves, and there's also a reference to Shakespeare and the whole beast with two backs thing. That's a sex joke, lol. Also, so is, I was having this conversation with someone on Twitter, so is much ado about nothing is a vagina joke. What's between your legs? Nothing, lol. Lots of innuendo and puns. You know, I was literally saying, like, people who don't like literature and think it's boring have never got to the point where they've been looking for dick jokes in poetry. Like, there's so many. Oh my god, people only literally, it's like classics are similar to this. There's so much sex everywhere. Now, if you think literature's boring, you didn't get the reference, dumbass. Oh, I fucking love my degree. I love it so much. Like, I've just been sat here the entire day going, I love my degree. I mean, I have to hand this in like 3 days now, because this day is basically over. It's only 1,000 words, so it's not like, it's not hard at all. But I already have 1,500, so Emma's problem is never waffling up to a word count, it's trying to cut things down. So I'm really enjoying like going in, because also I thought performance was a lot easier, because when you have to go in on the really specific, because it's meant to be close reading. So for me, it's basically like A-levels all over again. Just a lot more dick jokes. Okay, that's not true. Like, there was still a lot of dick jokes at A-level. And we were just lucky that we had teachers that were not afraid to point them out. Oh, God, yeah. I love English. I love literature. I love it so much. Also, just happy that had I taken English Lit, I would not be looking at this, and this is amazing. Visual poetry, performance, opera, and thingy segment all in one go. I really like this. It's a lot of fun. Also, this is helping me. I have to basically, the thing I always have to do is I talk my mum's ear off about whatever thing I'm writing for literally maybe like 3 weeks, and then I write it. Not because I need her to listen or respond, but just because I need to like talk out my ideas. I would actually highly recommend that if you guys are doing essays, talk out your ideas, because then you get a stronger sense of your argument if you're actually arguing against an actual person, if that makes sense. Not necessarily arguing against a person, but if you're explaining it to a person, you have to have an argument, a proper argument, well thought out, in order for it to work, because then you can't really explain it to someone else if your argument doesn't make any fucking sense. When you spot the flaws in your argument, because someone else is going, wait, because the paper can't go right, because I mean, your essay can't write back going, lol, you're a dumbass. I mean, obviously your grader can, but your essay can't. So you need to never ever submit something without reading it, without having someone else read it, depending on the rules, whatever. Because I did this in first years and I hate myself for it, because I actually could have got so many more marks and could have secured myself a better spot in the, run up to getting my actual degree, even though the first year doesn't count for shit. It counts for like 10%, but this year counts for 50, so. But yeah, I swapped into this module from doing French actually. I don't think I told you guys, because what happened was my French completely clashed with my modules on both sides of on both semesters, because you take the French for the same slot each semester, so that completely fucked it up, which is so frustrating. So I joined into this module 3 weeks late because we went to New York as well, so that was really stressful. Except luckily the lady who takes this module is actually my dissertation supervisor for next semester, so it's totally fine. Does this look okay yet? I think this looks okay. It was a bit lumpy with the flour, even though, I definitely need a better, this is not a very good spoon. This looks like a toy spoon actually. I wouldn't be shocked if it was a toy spoon. Right, what else do we need? Chocolate chip! let's do chocolate chips. That's lots of fun. Oh, come on, bloody Moses, Mary. Why does Emma swearing Catholic so much? Discuss. Ah! Oh my god! Is anybody watching Sabrina? It's amazing! Kind of tiny bit scary, but you know. But that's mainly because I'm a pussy who gets scared at everything. I like to tell people it's because I have an overactive imagination, but I don't know how true that is. That'll do. Like I said, you'll understand how to play things by ear the more you do it. Sometimes it's too much, sometimes it's not enough. You only learn by trying. Doesn't that look fucking divine? Oh, I'm sorry if you can't have like eggs or dairy or something. I will learn I will do a vegan like cake at some point. One of my friends can't have any dairy at all, so I'd like to make cakes for her too. Right. Ah! Okay. Whee! Okay, chocolate chip to thingy ratio, tiny bit off. Okay, should do it. Should do the trick. I hope my brother likes this. He's actually coming at like midnight in King's Cross, so I have a long while before I need to have any kind of progress done. I mean, I'm not gonna like surprise him with it. He knows I'm making it, so. It's just more that my family basically we're gonna go out for his birthday tomorrow at a nice restaurant, which I booked. Such a pain, oh my god, to try and book for 5 people London on a Saturday night at like a good restaurant. Like even though I'm booking like, I booked it like a week before. It's unbelievable, like I did not expect that. My brother was like, let's go to Nobu, and I was like, no. You think I can get a fucking reservation in Nobu? It's a fancy London restaurant, if you guys don't know. For 5 people on a Saturday night without like 5 months warning. No. This is my spatula. Pod liquors. This is a weird like inside joke Georgia and I have had for so many years. You know, Georgia and I have almost been friends for 10 years. Do you know that? Shocking, Jimmy. Been literally best mates since my first day of school, to which I arrived an hour late because my mother thought I started the day after like my brother did. Yes, I'm still traumatized. I literally remember the first time I ever saw Georgia as a result because I had to walk into my form room fucking traumatized, thanks mum. Yeah, and so Georgia, been best friends ever since. Okay, this looks perfect. I have to I love that I have to butter up the cake pan now. You know, you can have innuendos wherever you bloody well like. Oh my god, there's another bit right at the end of the poem, which is literally like, the nymph Echo will keep your pipe warm. It's something like that. And obviously I think the point is his like lung like air pipes, but I mean pipe can have a lot of like, it's so fucking phallic, but my problem now is how do I write dick joke into my essay without it being really crude, being like dick, but then also not using like phallus and member because I don't want it to sound like I'm writing 50 Shades of fucking Grey. So I actually messaged that kind of word for word to my mother, a well-known, very good academic. So yes, the conversations my mother and I have are quite funny actually, to be honest. I'm like, hi mum, how do I like not crudely write dick joke into my essay, but also not sound like it's 50 Shades of fucking Grey? I'm expecting a professional response sometime soon. Right, let's butter up the cake. I love cake. I made one the other day to practice. I said, calories don't count when you made it yourself. Ooh, fuck me, this is good. Yes. Oh yeah. That's where it's at, baby, that's where it's at. 9-inch cake tin. I really hope this isn't the first video of mine you've ever watched, my lord. Yeah, so I basically just get the butter and I put it between like some kitchen towel and then go around the sides. Basically like the sides are kind of the probably the more important thing to get right, because it's not too bad if it sticks to the bottom. If it sticks to the sides, it's a lot harder to like work with. So, you know, I buttered my fucking jumper. Well done, you dumbass. Does anybody else speak to themselves in like the third person when they're being like, you fucking dumbass? Like I always tell myself off in the third person. I'm like, Emma, you idiot. I'm so stupid. It's like, you idiot. I don't know. Anyone else? I'm sure that is quite a common thing. I'd love to know, like, psychologically why we do that. Maybe because it has to sound like it's someone else. But then why does it have to sound like it's someone else? Ooh, discuss. 15 marks. Ooh, almost got my... Oh, this is so heavy. How do I... This is heavy. I'm just gonna let it plop in. Ooh, yeah. Things that finally get Emma demonetised. Probably preheat the oven. Lol, forgot about that. I'm gonna put like the oven on 150 because if it wobbled it meant it was too hot, so I'm just gonna like have it a lot lower than I did last time. Because that will obviously solve my problem. Or bloody well better. Whoop! Jesus Christ, did you see that? I almost dropped it in the fucking pan. Ah, that would have been an absolute nightmare. Also, the reason I want to do like more of like a fancy cake is because I've seen so many people do it on YouTube, and like it does look pretty, like once you get like the basics down, it does look pretty easy. So I'm like, if they can do it, I can do it. Says the girl whose cake wobbled last time she made one, but you know. Taste test can confirm it's delicious. Now you wanna, ooh yeah, ooh my god, ooh wow. This must be like a weird, not a fetish thing, but like a ASMR visual thing. Cake. Ooh yeah. Wonderful. You know, I'm just gonna lick this. Show off the risk of salmonella. I'm proud of this. This looks good. So the oven is preheated. Mum, I discovered a new feature. Once the oven preheats on the preheat setting, it beeps, which is quite nice. So it's on 150 degrees. And there's a timer on this, so I'm going to put that on for 35 minutes. Which needs to be a lot lower in order to rise sufficiently. Will go from the outside in sufficiently, because if it's dipped in the middle as well, I think that's because your cake is also still raw. The test is always you have to prick into it, and if your thingy comes up without anything stuck on it, it means it's done. Okay, so that's going to be in 40 minutes. I will do the other cake as well. See you later, guys. In right now. Oh. This is cake 2, which is literally fresh out the oven, and this is cake 1. You will notice the top has been chopped off. I did that. This will be the bottom cake. You can see this cake as well. It didn't cook all the way through, which is not the end of the world, but like I want to master that because Mum's cakes are always a bit like this and I don't want to do that. Sorry Mum, I love you. This is cake, as you can tell how level the top is anyways. This is kind of more domed, so I chopped that off, ate that, it was delicious. So that's a lot flatter, that's just a way better base. So we're gonna just take this off, there we go. I used a fuck ton of butter so it dripped, so yeah, bad Emma. Well, that was not meant to happen. Also what happened when I sort of lifted it off the base earlier was this cake cracked. So I'm going to leave this one for a bit longer than I left that one. But you can see where I'm going for chocolate chips. So this is going to go on that, but I'm going to stick it together with that Nutella there. And then what I'm going to do is, I'm going to stick them on top. I'm going to use this to coat the entire thing. When I've coated the side, I'm going to stick on the fingers. Then I'm going to obviously coat the top. Then when that's all like nice, I'm going to do some icing sugar to write happy birthday. Hopefully. This is the intention. I don't know if it's going to work. And they've got the candles. That's the plan. This now all needs to cool down. I'm sorry, this is like the levelest fucking cake you've ever seen. Oh my god. Perfect. I've essentially just been tracking. Yeah, this is 180 too much, 150 almost, 120 too little, so it went back to 140. It's been in there for an hour and 10 minutes. So 180 degrees, 20 minutes? No! Much better. perfect. I'm just, you know, over here, just, you know, inhaling the cake aroma right now. So if anybody wanted an answer to the penis predicament, Mum said phallus is the word I should use, and I think that's a lot better than anything else. She was like, give it a nice Latin veneer. I'm like, yeah, might do that. Phallus. Every single time I'm in Trafalgar Square and I see Nelson's column, it's called Nelson's column for fuck's sakes. Like, I'm like, we live in a phallocentric society. Literally everything revolves around penises. Like, the baguette. It's, yeah. Just thinking about all the dick-shaped stuff in life and the importance we place in it. I mean, a fucking scepter. Like, everything is shaped like dicks. This is the point I have got at today. Phallus or male member. I'm not writing. I am not gonna write member concerning a penis. That's not happening. Male member. Male organ. Male organ is like, male organ is like, you just don't want to talk about it. Oh, the oven's cooled down. So you just don't want to talk about it. You're gonna do everything to not talk about it. And she wrote, all sex. So that was the last message I had from her, and I was like, what were we talking about? But I wouldn't say like the male sex, because that is about the entire, like the entire race, that bit. Yeah, the penis predicament. Unfortunately, I can't name that this cooking vlog. Hashtag demonetized. Let's see if this video gets demonetized because I talked about dicks too much. It's my favorite vlog ever. I'm tired, I'm overworked, I am so determined and slightly impatient to get this cake done. That's why I ate it. I'm excited about the chocolate chips though. The shame is that they kind of drift to the bottom. I had that before. What did I put in the cake? I think I put like M&Ms or something in a cake before. This is years ago. It must have been like 12 even. And the problem was they were so heavy that she just all sank to the bottom of the cake. So it was like a M&M layer base or something. Yeah, the chocolate chip ones, they don't look like they've done that. That looks okay. But yeah, the cake started, you can see this texture on the top, right? The cake was bubbling, so I was like, the fuck? So I just keep Googling. If there's a problem with my cake, I just keep Googling it. Like the wobble situation I had, oven was too hot. This, not in long enough. This, bubbling, because it was too cold. So I'm trying to, that's how this is working out. Honestly, stuff like this is just a really good one to do. I might stick it in Delia, I'm sorry. I've spent an entire day looking at innuendos. I'm seeing them everywhere now. And cooking. Cooking is the worst for innuendos. I want to do such an innuendo bingo with like cooking innuendos. Oh. So many. It's like, stick it in for 20 minutes. Wow. This will cool down. I'm gonna write more of my essay and I'll get back to you. My problem with the essay is it's only 1,000 words. Piss easy, I know. Some people are like, 1,000 words, it's so many. Not when you get to your last year of university, piss easy. My problem is I've got 1,600 already. And I'm not even like dead. I'm not even like proper seriously working on it. It sounds bad, but I'm like half paying attention to it and I've already got that many and I'm like, ooh, it's gonna be really hard to cut down. It's so rich, so I'm like, this is really hard. Now I have to work. Alright, I'm gonna get some proper work done. And then I'll ice this mother effing cake. Would have got more Nutella. Fuck. I just kind of want it to glue the top and bottom halves together, to be honest. So, like if I get that going, should be okay. It's a learning curve. Ooh. Wow. That was significantly easier than I thought it was going to be. Okay, sick. Oh my god. Perfectly aligned. Woo! We have this show on the road. Okay, maybe not that bit. No, it's fine on the other side. It's taking me all of my self-control right now not to like ice the living daylights out of this, but I have to have self-control because the top bit it's not like, it's still warm and it'll just be a mess. So Because obviously baking the cake is the boring bit. I want to decorate it now. The cake is not 100% cooled. It's mainly cooled. It's like 90% cooled. But I'm gonna do this now because I am hella running out of time. Fuck. It's go time, kids. Let's just do this. Ooh. Oh, fuck yes. Are you ready for the most satisfying time lapse ever? I bet you are. Say that now, I'm just gonna leave that. There's still some in here, so I'm just gonna like leave that there. And now I can get started with the stickers. Yes. So mainly I'm just gonna put a lot on because what I wanted to make sure was that every single one would fit. Yeah, this is not gonna be enough at all. Oh, should have had another box. I mean, come on, like I've been saying a million times, you learn with experience. The only way I can know that is by trying. Last one. Okay, so we got pretty far around, not all the way around, but I guess I can do something with this. Maybe these chocolate chips can help me out. Ugh. Could I ice like a 22 on there? Maybe, I don't know. What do we do with it? What do I do with it? Just try to stick these. No, I have damaged my cake. Fucking hell. Okay, sick. Now that gap kind of looks more deliberate. Woo! Ta-da. I guess that means I can get on icing. I'm gonna ice happy birthday. Try to ice happy birthday. It's funny. Okay. Icing sugar time. Louis is here. Yeah, I've done the cake. I'm good at, yeah, he's gonna, right. Ah! Basically, I didn't film me icing the cake because otherwise I wasn't gonna be able to finish it. Oh my fucking god! Free is a dead giveaway.
What? You made that?
Yes!
Oh my god.
Look what it said. Read it, you have it.
Happy birthday 22. Oh my god. Oh god.
Louis, I tried to do the chocolate fingers all around the side and then I ran out. Yeah. So I had to
put this on Instagram.
Yeah, so Mum was like, Louis, when Mum asked, is that a cake? I said maybe, because it's 2 fucking cakes on top of each other. I basically got Annabelle to text me how to make a cake. And then I made the cake. So it's like, it's not a chocolate cake. It's a chocolate chip cake.
Oh my god. Can I eat a bit now?
I'm gonna go and say no, you can have to wait. Yeah, you can have that, that's the icing. Also, I did film your reaction, just so you know.
Really? What?
We filmed this as a cook-along video. This is Tuesday's video.
Really?
So everyone, if you want to wish Louis happy birthday, you can wish Louis happy birthday.
What's that?
I'm gonna leave this vlog here. My voice is just gone, yay. I'm gonna leave this video here. Thank you so much for joining me on this cake baking adventure. This is maybe the best looking cake I've ever made. I'm very excited about it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe and all that jazz. I will leave a recipe of sorts down below. Any suggestions, things you'd like me to make in this series, please let me know. I always appreciate that. Like, subscribe and all that jazz, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye. Thanks for watching.